gonna act like we zombie meek and loose. You know we be as tearing it up. Ooh. I don't want to rotate my device. Why is this thing trying to force me, honey? Maybe I should have. Can y'all see me? Let me see something here. Let me see what this is giving, because they want me to rotate my device and I don't really want to rotate it. Why is y'all trying to force somebody to do that? What is really going on here? Child, I was not trying to rotate my device today. I was trying to do it the long way. You know what I'm saying? It was giving every bit of horizontal. And then what they told me is, girl, it's going to be giving vertical for us. And I'm like, God, mother, damn it. And I hate that once you're in this mode, you cannot change it. This is some horse shit, okay? I just want to let y'all know. All right? Hopefully y'all can, is it a little distorted, or what is it giving you guys? If not, I might hop off and then move locations or something so that we could get it a bit more clearer. I'm talking about the view, not the sound. I'm talking about what the screen is. Let me scoot back up out y'all face. Let me scoot it just a little bit, okay? Oh, it's clear. Okay, then we hear. If it's clear, then we hear. All right? So I come to you guys on this great day to discuss the final episode of Real Housewives of Pathetic, okay? Please keep in mind that we is going to be listening to clips, because I do not recall every single thing that has happened on the reunion, but I feel like y'all gonna remind me anyway, because that's just how y'all is. All right. I do have some questions before we get into some things. The first thing is, and I've asked this before, and I'm coming to the people to ask this again, and I would love for America to explain why the dog. Did we not see Ashley Darby have a hard time at the reunion, as she said out her own mouth that she had a hard time at the reunion? Is Ashley motherfucking Darby one of the people that y'all to protect? America just wants to know. Okay, now Monique has already come to the front to let us know that Gizelle lost her motherfucking mind the last time she was on a reunion show, but y'all edited that out. This time, Ashley, who typically owns her own shit, not all of it, so let me pull back. She'll show most of her shit, but she won't own all of her shit. But at least she came to us and told us that it was a really rough reunion, and I refuse to believe that it was a rough reunion for her, because she was struggling to explain what the fuck Osu meant. Come on, Wendy, because if Wendy ain't clocking in any other time that she clocked in on that day, I said, come on, Wendy. Baby, it was that no, baby. And then here's the other piece of the gag. It ain't even the fact that Wendy sat up there and said, it's the fact that Nneka shut the hell up. Did y'all get that? Anybody else catch that? Nneka shut the hell up when Wendy said, no. Girl, it was giving every bit of Cat Williams. No. All right? What he told that lady? What Cat Williams said? No. Only one of us have two pieces on, or something like that. Only one of us have horsehair in our head, or something. He told that lady. He went in on that DJ host. Girl, see, now I want to find it. Cat Williams goes off. Ooh, Cat Williams radio interview. What was her name? Wanda. Cat Williams said, no. No.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Boy, simple.
Hey,
right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli. And tell me what I'm gonna
Baby, he ate Wanda ass up.
Phillips, and you gonna tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater tomorrow.
Baby, Wanda could not handle.
Show, I know I'll be there. Don't miss it. Because Frank Ski puts it down.
Wanda could not handle this man.
Your gnarled fingers.
What did he say?
People say should be with a 3. Your hair is kind of.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm. Oops.
Oh,
He wore her
No,
out.
it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers. Why you on air?
Come
So
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh.
No. Come on. No. That's not how that
Works.
works.
Their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to.
Y'all should have had Cat on the stage
Get out of here.
for Potomac.
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
No. Only one of our hair is moving while we talk. Come on now. Because he wore her out. And that's exactly the energy that Wendy was giving to Nneka. And Nneka shut the hell up. She got real quiet. Okay? That was just interesting. I'm surprised you shut the hell up, girl. But anyway, I do want to play some audio, girl. Okay? Y'all, this pollen has been firing me up. Wanted to try a cat, and he ate that ass and did. And chewed her the hell up and did. Let's see. Oh, I had another question as we speak on Miss Nneka. So the first question, of course, was for Ashley Darby. And that question was, why did we not see the dragging that Ashley felt that she got? The most that we got from Ashley this reunion was the fact that she says she's dating someone that does not want to get married. And I do not believe her. Okay. What else? She also talks about massaging Michael's feet and then tried to add a D on the end as if it's past tense, when I do not believe her. She also sat up there and said that she has moved forward with the divorce filing or whatever. Ashley just be saying sometimes, and I do not believe her. You sound just like Robyn sounded when she would sit up there and say that she and Juan we're going to get married at some point. Remember how Robyn used to sit up there and say that, and every time we would come to her like, okay, so what's happening? Oh, so when is it happening? Oh, he finally proposed. Oh, okay, so then when is the wedding going to be? It's one of those situations where we're continuing to ask Ashley about her divorce, and Ashley really cannot show. She can only tell, but she cannot present us with anything actual factual. And I really hate that y'all spent that much time on stuff like that. And the gag for me is that y'all still kept Ashley. Why have we not heard about her firing? Huh? Because we know Nneka didn't bring nothing, but I felt like Ashley brought the same amount that Nneka brought this season, which was nothing. Yet we have not heard about her announcement of her departing from the show. I wouldn't be surprised if Candiace saved Ashley by quitting, you know, in my personal. I do think that it is a little messed up, but not really. Some part of me feel, I'm 50-50. Some part of me feel like, damn, it's messed up that y'all brought Robyn back thinking that she was going to give y'all more, only for her to not give y'all more. Then y'all turn around and fired her. Y'all tried to use her situation to monetize off of, and it did. Since y'all couldn't monetize off of it because she wasn't giving y'all shit, y'all turned around and fired her. So some part of me is like, y'all shady as hell, bravo. But at the same time, it's like, but that's what she was hired for. You're on a reality show, girl. Tell your life, and you didn't. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and give you your time away since you don't care 100%. But here's my next question. Nneka, what the fuck is you doing? Nneka, why are you doing interviews, my love? Why are you doing interviews? And I haven't even listened to it, but it's a clip I'm sure I'm going to play. But Nneka, baby, why are we doing interviews? I don't really see you joining any other reality show. I would be surprised to see you. I don't know. Obviously, you got somebody on your side that's over here booking shade room interviews for you, and ain't no telling what other interviews you finna get. And Nneka over there trying to clear her good name, honey. That's tragic, because you did a lot of that to yourself, you know. But we'll get into a little bit of her audio. So that was a question for her and Nneka. And then production, what the fuck was y'all doing over there with editing? The way y'all edited this reunion was the worst that I have ever seen in my life, and it was absolutely terrible. And I don't know who y'all had working in the department. I don't know if they were half asleep that day or what the fuck they had going on, but what was killing me softly was the normal range of voice, and it automatically it automatically switches over to yelling. And I'm like, what the hell is what is this? What is this? Y'all could do a better job of smoothing that out. See, you could have done a better job of smoothing that out if you would have took out who was over there swallowing, which ain't none of our business. Okay, you could have took that portion out, but y'all chose not to. And other little things that could have been taken out, y'all left in. Like, girl, y'all did a terrible job at editing. And let me tell y'all, and I think I said this to my patrons, I don't think I necessarily said this on YouTube, but I do not see Real Housewives of Potomac coming back this year at all. Just like BravoCon is going to reconvene in 2025, same thing gonna happen with Potomac. At least that's what I believe. They already got a shook up with the cast, so they're gonna have to figure out at least 3 replacements, if that. It ain't no telling if they're gonna let somebody else go. Housewives, I want to believe, is likely going to start filming next month, which would actually make sense for them to lock in them contracts, go ahead and start filming in May, even though Porsha has already kind of started filming. So yeah, so I would say y'all do that from May till maybe July or something. Then it's gonna go into the editing lab, and then they probably gonna bring the show to us maybe late October, November, or something like that. And the show probably gonna run Real Housewives of Atlanta all the way into next year. And then once they have that reunion, they're probably gonna be trying to bring Potomac back at some point, in hopes that we would have forgotten about how things played out this year. So I think that Potomac may return a year from now, in hopes that people would have forgot about this whole boycott and all of this other stuff. So yeah, that's what I think they're gonna try to do. So it's gonna be up to the people to see how they feeling, if they're gonna keep the same energy with Potomac as they did with Basketball Wives and stuff. You know, it's totally up to y'all fans or whatnot. So yeah, we'll have to see how that's gonna play out at a later time. But let us go ahead. Somebody asked about a screenshot that Nneka, I don't know if I saw. What did you say? Did I see something? Did you see this Nneka screenshot? I tagged you to it on Twitter. I think I saw you tag me and a few other people. I think I may have seen that. I don't know. My mentions and stuff have been just blowing up, so I think I saw it. Was it something about the reverse colorism or some shit like that? I wonder why she deleted the post. Hold on. I think I did see that. I mean, at this time, I don't really got a whole lot to say about that. For real, for real. But we'll get into what her clip says and stuff. What else? It's the same energy for me. I ain't changing her. Oh, you ain't changing here. Get rid of Gizelle and Ashburn, then I'll watch. We'll see. We shall see how it's gonna play out. Let me get into some of these clips real quick though. Let me fast forward some of this stuff so we can get into it.
Bipolar 1.
Okay.
Well, I have been diagnosed with a mental illness. Bipolar 1. Well,
this is G letting us know.
And bipolar 1 is really the degree of manic, okay, that you have. And if there was a bipolar 2...
Why is Mia crying?
It's okay, Mia.
And then why is y'all telling this bitch it's okay?
2 or 3 or 4, quite frankly, I would have those. Really? Well, bipolar in and of itself causes your mind to really work opposite. And your mind tricks you into
We're not going to get into the full clip.
Everyone else is slow. When were you diagnosed? I was diagnosed, Mia, 2.5 years-ish ago. I bet that explained a lot. What I began to realize is that as early as my early 20s, I've had this. And I could remember episodes over the course of my life. Here's the thing that's really key to this. My manic got worse over the years as I gained more control, more power, more money. Now that you've been diagnosed, is there medication that can even you out? Yeah, there's medication, Annie, but what I have learned is that the key to controlling this is not the medication exclusively. You have to go the rest of the way yourself. So first thing you got to do is understand the behaviors that's a beginning of going into a manic episode. Mania builds. And then can you see it coming? I cannot. Mia can. Right, I cannot. Oh, wow. And if she sees it coming, can she say to you, G, this is happening? Correct. Will you take that in, though? Prior to our separation, she has said it to me.
I don't believe shit they talk about. That's first of all. Mia over there acting like she crying. I haven't seen a tear. Drop a tear. I have not seen one. It's a scheme that y'all have come up with to come to us with more of the BS. I just don't believe them. It's just real interesting that G is coming out saying he has this mental situation going on, and I don't doubt he has that mental stuff going on. But it's interesting how he's trying to make everything be the blame on, like he's to blame for a lot of stuff. And I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand what they got going on. Like,
I didn't listen.
Right. When you reached out to the other gentlemen and were texting them about what was happening in your marriage, you were.
And it was exaggerated by my frustration, my anger.
When you locked Mia in the room.
Locked her in the room?
this man said, locked her in the room. What is that? Like, what is going on here? First of all, a lot of what G is saying when he tries to blame it on the manic, like, oh, I have bipolar 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know, it heightens how I respond to things. Sir, your response is a natural response, in my opinion, when you get your spouse cheating. So if that's the everybody got motherfucking bipolar 3 and 4, okay, if that is the case. Now you locking her into the room, which you know you did, which is interesting. How you locked her into the room? So does the room have a lock that got a key, and you had held the door and put the key in there or something like that? Or did you like finesse? Like, how did you do that? Like, did you go into the room and you know, you was in there chilling with her, you slowly grabbed the phone, you know what I'm saying, put it in your pocket or whatever like that, and then walked out the room, got the key and locked her in there? Because I'm trying to understand, because I thought most rooms locked from the inside. So what kind of locks y'all got on y'all house that you done locked her ass in the damn room, took her phone, and went through it for that long? Like, like,
You locked her.
My cell phone, Gordon.
I took the cell phone.
And took her cell phone.
I did. I don't remember looking her in the room. I remember taking the cell phone. Part of what happens when you're in mania, you really don't remember everything.
Yes.
So I'm not saying I didn't, but I don't remember locking her in the room. But I did take the cell phone.
it didn't happen, Gordon. Okay? And ain't nobody for that. Gordon, it didn't happen, baby. That's why you don't remember, because it didn't happen. Mia lying is what I feel. I do believe that the phone was snatched, as you do recall. But you don't remember locking her up in no damn room. Let me say, it's because it did not happen. And I'm sorry, but that's just where I'm at with it. I do not 100% believe Mia on everything. And Miss Ma'am, you added that piece in. You did. Okay, that's like, I don't remember that part. I did take the phone, but I don't remember her locking in the room. Okay, and I feel like that is so pivotal. For you to take a person's phone and lock them in the room, you gotta remember. So either you saying that you didn't do it because you don't want to be looked at as this certain person, or either this shit never happened. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like I'm with the latter. This shit didn't happen.
Do you believe that she was having an affair?
During the marriage, yes. Duration of it, no.
Okay.
Clown behavior. You came to the front because Mia cussed you the hell out. And what Mia said is, you better get your motherfucking story straight, because I need this motherfucking job. Do you hear what I say? So that I can continue to take care of your motherfucking allowance. So what you finna do? No, I don't, What you finna do is bring your motherfucking ass out there on that stage. You finna clear this shit up, and you finna make me look a little more better than what the fuck I look. You understand? If you want to get this little piece of money and you want your rent paid, hello? You better get in here and clear it the fuck up. And you better take more accountability than I'm finna motherfucking take, because you already know what the hell it is. Say what? Because if you want to eat, get it together. It's giving Mia is the conservator. It's giving conservatorship, Your Honor. That's what it's giving, okay? She's telling this man, get this shit together. You better come out there and take some ownership. Go sit up there and say, I mean, I do believe that she was cheating in the beginning, but not the duration. Baby, let me tell you something. What he said, if you want fair, go to the carnival. Okay, and you took us to the motherfucking carnival. Okay, we went to the carnival on part 1, 2, and motherfucking 3. We all is some clowns. Okay, y'all are the leaders. Okay, and we all had a piece of our clown mask on because we was in the audience watching the bullshit. For real. You definitely took us to the carnival. And what I really want you to know is that you've already told us exactly how you felt when you was lashing the hell out at her on that final episode. So you definitely said that that lady had been cheating for the past 10 years. And I believe it 1,000%. I do believe that 1,000%. Okay, so you already told us the truth.
Let me just say this.
Yes.
Mia has been absolutely wonderful. You may say, why do you say that when this other stuff was happening? First,
thank you. Why do you say
whatever's
that?
gone on, I forgive her, and she's forgiven me.
Okay.
I fully believe had I got control of this manic behavior sooner, Mia would still be with me. I don't think she left me because she wanted to be someplace else. She left me because she couldn't take this anymore.
Right.
Baby, Gordon gave us real tears. I will say that. Gordon definitely gave us real tears. But to hear him once again blame himself, I don't know, y'all. I just feel like Mia told him, if you want your allowance, you need to come in and clear this shit up. That's what I think happened. And that's why he's doing what he need to do.
Okay.
And then Wendy, Candiace, why is y'all consoling this hoe? Why are y'all consoling her? I don't, that's the part I did not understand.
I went to the hospital to check myself in. Wow. And guess who was
Because you've been sitting over there crying, Candiace, and I just can't recall too many times that Mia was over there consoling you. So why are you over there consoling her?
Mia? She showed up the next morning. Make sure that I, had.
I'm not finna listen to nothing else Gordon is talking about, because it's giving every bit of cap for me. Okay, they all full of SHI. Let's see. Wendy and Nneka rehash their drama. Wendy confronts Ashley for bringing up Osu. This is my part right here, baby. This is my thing right here. Come on, Wendy.
I want to preface this by saying that we are all aware of how culturally sensitive of an issue this is. It was a story that we wish that we didn't have to tell. It was the real life dynamics that were happening between the two of you.
Now, I got to pause because y'all know over here, we got 500 people in the chat. Y'all already know what to do, okay? It's only giving 95 at this time on my end. So let's try and get them things to match. You already know what it is.
But it's important for us to address that production was not aware of the alleged shrine call prior to filming. And casting had originally wanted you to come on the show through Wendy because we thought you had mutual friends and that this would make sense.
What did Andy say?
I want to preface this by saying that we are all aware of how culturally sensitive of an issue this is. It was a story that we wish that we didn't have to tell. It was the real life dynamics that were happening between the two of you. But it's important for us to address that production was not aware of the alleged shrine call prior to filming. And casting had originally wanted you to come on the show.
Oh, got you. Okay, so he's saying that they didn't know anything about the shrine call that Nneka was going to end up bringing up. But what it's also giving is the issue wasn't even that much of the shrine call, Andy. The issue was the Osu comment or the Osu headlines that obviously your producers did know about, which appeared to be more damaging than the shrine comment, because had you motherfuckers never brought Osu to the front, it would have never been a room for her to bring up no damn shrine situation. Okay, so it's funny that y'all want to sit up there and try and take accountability that y'all didn't know anything about the shrine situation, as if that's going to clear you guys of the Osu comments, or just bringing the Osu situation up to the public. Okay, that's just real interesting how y'all tried to do that, but y'all are responsible. Okay, and we already know that Ashley is definitely a producer's pet, and y'all definitely give her nuggets to bring to the front. And that's why I can't stand Ashley, like, but she does her job on behalf of the producers, in my opinion. I'll never forget when the situation popped off. I think it was season 1 when she found out about Juan and Robyn's taxes, because she talking about she did a simple Google search. No, production came to your ass with that Google search and told you what to bring up on camera, yada yada yada, and whatever the hell else. Okay, so that is definitely on y'all. So y'all can part ways with the shrine comment all you want to. What y'all gonna say about that Osu? Okay, let's keep going.
Through Wendy because we thought you had mutual friends.
Here go Ashley with this skunk sitting on her damn head. She's sitting over here like, huh, like she's feeling vindicated. Fine, it's okay.
Makes sense. What production told me was that you didn't necessarily seem that excited by the idea.
They said, okay, we have somebody. And they said, do you know X, Y, and Z?
Right.
And I said, no, I don't know her. And then they said,
okay, so here's what I have to say, get mad, okay? With the situation about Wendy bringing Nneka on, I feel two ways about it. All right. The first way I feel is, yes, I understand you not wanting to bring this woman onto the show because you do not know her. However, my questioning is this: did you actually know Candiace prior to filming, before coming on this show? Because I could have sworn you came onto this show as a friend of Candiace. So did you really know Candiace before you came onto the show? Because if you didn't know Candiace like that and you got introduced to the group as a friend of, then you also know that you could have brought her into the show without knowing her, because you were brought into the group without being known technically. Okay. I don't recall, and I'm gonna let y'all tell me because I know that's just how y'all is, but at this time I cannot recall a time where Candiace and Wendy have mentioned how far back they go. So I don't know about that part. So that right there, I will say, is slightly sketchy. But at the same time, this is also how I feel. If you are already in a space where you're advocating for a friend to be on the show, why the fuck would I bring on this person when I actually know my friend and I've been trying to get her into this circle? Yeah, I'm going to give pushback to this person because I'd rather her to come on to the show. It ain't got shit to do with no, I'm Nigerian, she's Nigerian. That's what you niggas thought as producers. That's what y'all thought. My mind wasn't there. My mind is bringing in my homegirl, as I've been trying to tell you, mother. Okay, so I kind of feel two ways about that particular situation. And then here's the third thing. Miss Nneka, baby girl, if you already made your way onto the show, fight whether it was Wendy that brought you in or not, why did you drag this out? When Wendy never lied and said that she really don't know you like that. She don't. She don't. And ain't nobody finna make nobody believe. Like, ain't nobody finna force that. Okay? People are like, well, you did know her. You met her a few times. Like, not like that. You can meet plenty of people in passing and don't know them like that. I don't know you enough to really bring you onto the show as my friend. Okay, that's like saying Deborah and Candiace have come across each other a few times. Do that mean they know each other like that? No. Okay, so those are like the three different ways that I feel about that situation, because I'm just like, Nneka, girl, you should have just let go. Like, you're here now. Why are we even stressing that? Like, I'm here now. And I would have been, you know, well, I don't know how I would have been, but I know ultimately in my head was, you ain't have to bring me on, bitch, and I'm still here. So what else are we talking about? Good morning. How are you today? You know, I wouldn't have really beef. Like, what? I don't really got no beef with you for, like, what we beefing for? Because you didn't bring me on the show? Bitch, you're not obligated technically to bring me on the show. Because if so, they would have told Wendy she's bringing you. They would have never asked Wendy. Okay? They asked her. They didn't tell her, so this is what you're going to do. It was, so hey, we were thinking, like, would you be okay with? And she's like, I don't know that bitch. I don't know her. Who is that? I don't know her like that. To bring her, no ma'am.
That's funny. She says she knows you.
Okay.
That was it. So I wasn't excited, not because I didn't want her on the show. I didn't know her. I don't know her.
I have stated that I have met Wendy and have had a conversation with her because I have.
So you did tell them that you knew me?
No, I said, met you. Did you listen carefully or you just talk a lot?
Oh.
No, do you listen carefully or do you just be talking your shit? Because it's definitely giving similar to Courtney over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta, while you sit over there talking about some damn, you know, Kandi. Kandi, like, I don't know that bitch like that. What? And people love to do that shit all the time. Like they really know you because they met you a few times. But you don't know me. You do not know me, girl. You do not know me like that. Let's not. So when Wendy says, oh, so you did tell them you know me. I just said that I met you a few times. Okay, the fact that you saying that, I feel like you did. I feel like she did say that she knows her like that. Okay? And I think I saw on Twitter where people tried to say that Nneka was, I don't know if she said this in her interview because I haven't listened to it. But I think she mentioned that, I guess they wanted her on Married to Medicine. So when people are saying that, you know, that means that Bravo wanted her, and, you know, in some facet, I understand that, but it's also giving more of, she wanted to be on the show than they wanted her. Okay, that's what it's giving to me. So get me in wherever you can fit me in is where it's given. Can y'all see Nneka over there on Married to Medicine? I don't know if I could. I could possibly see her on Married to Medicine. I think that would have been a better space for her than Dr. Alicia. In my personal. She probably would have did well with those ladies, with a different group of ladies, because her storyline and her angle into the show would have been much different than it was on Real Housewives of Pathetic. So, she probably could have did a good job. She probably could have potentially brought more than Dr. Alicia, because Dr. Alicia was boring for me, but, you know.
You're angry? You're not listening.
Oh, why are you angry? You see, why you hostile towards it? I haven't been hostile towards you.
You're lying all day. What are you talking about? That's not really
Not you said this lady been lying all day, what you talking about, but technically she wasn't ever talking to you. Wendy is talking directly to you about how your treatment is towards her in this moment, and you want to talk about she's been lying all day when whatever subject matter she's been having has not been about your ass. So what are you talking about?
Okay. I met her at an event for Umwebo, the Fino concert. I met you in a private VIP, maybe less than 20 people, 10 people.
Sometimes for us, if two people
Sometimes,
have met a few times,
sometimes for us. So now you're saying this, Andy? If that's how you feel sometimes for us, if a few people have met a few times, you know, if people have met a few times, why wasn't that explained on the front end then? For us? Why was that not explained then? Now you want to clear it up now?
Oh, they know each other. They've been in a vet.
And so all I was doing, I was in the shade, and all I was doing was responding saying, I don't know her.
Okay.
That's it.
Had you been trying to connect with Wendy to get onto the show?
Never a day in my life. My husband's cousin, Lebe, she was aware.
Lebe
She
Iwu.
first reached out to my husband, who then got in contact with me and wanted me on their show. She's like, oh my gosh, you're here.
Baby, I don't care what nobody talking about. Lebe Iwu was definitely, I'm not going to say a clout chaser, but she definitely was on the heels of Miss Wendy. Okay? Definitely wanted to be heavily connected to Wendy, for sure. Not many people finna change my mind on that. You over there hitting that lady up, asking her about some damn, where you get your surgery at, this, that, and the other. You know, Wendy never got back to her. She want to talk about some, she reached out to him anyway, and they gonna give me a discount and this, that. Like, did you befriend Wendy's sister to get closer to Wendy? Or did you befriend Wendy's sister because you genuinely wanted a friendship with her? I don't know, Gracie. I don't know. You look up to Wendy. You look up to me. You say you look up to her, but you really look up to me. Come on, Nikki.
DMV, I have another Nigerian Igbo sister. You guys have to meet.
When you first met up with Ashley, she brought up Wendy being Osu. What does that mean?
This is my part right here. No. Oh, there we go.
Well, since Ashley, you brought it to this platform, what does that mean?
Oh, crack face.
I mean, I would say, no. To be fair, I have never tried to.
Baby, did y'all catch Nneka husband in the back? When Wendy told her to shut the hell up, okay? Nneka husband head went like, he looked like, oh shit. She told me to shut the hell up, so I'm just gonna let her do
Misrepresent that I know what Osu means, number one. I know that it's something culturally sensitive. I have acknowledged that, but I've never once said that I know what it is. And I told you I didn't quite understand the severity of it as well.
What was your intention in bringing it up?
Thank you.
And why not bring it up to Wendy?
It was something that I've been brought to
Oh, I
my
love Candy messy ass. And why not bring it up to Wendy? I love that. And why not bring it up to Wendy here? Why not do that here? I love that. Yes.
attention. Prior to me meeting Nneka, it was brought up again. And that was why I talked to Nneka about it.
Very confused.
Hold on, what?
And bringing it up.
Thank you.
And why not bring it up to Wendy?
It was something that had been brought to my attention. Prior to me meeting Nneka, it was brought up again. And that
When they say shit like it was something that was brought to my attention, that means production provided information to me on a platter. They told me they wanted me to bring it up. So prior to me meeting Nneka, it was brought to my attention again, meaning production said, hey, don't forget, when you have this sit down with her, this is the article we want you to ask about when you go and you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you inquire about that. So Andy, baby, that is on y'all. Are you trying to disconnect from a shrine? Yeah, y'all set Ashley up for that okie doke to ask about Osu. And I feel like Ashley was ready. She didn't give a damn about none of that. She didn't know what it meant. She didn't know how damaging it was. She never cared. And let me tell you something. I love it. You know why I love it? Because Wendy, you literally sat your ass around here actually thinking Ashley was your friend. Didn't you tell Ashley at one point that you never wanted to have to question the friendship between you and her? I don't know why. Ashley showed you who the fuck she was the first night that you met her, and you had to make sure that you let that bitch know. It's Dr. Wendy. To you, it's Dr. Wendy. You had to make sure that you let her know. Ashley couldn't take your ass then. All right. So yeah, Ashley showed her hand. I don't know why you ever thought that she was going to be that close to you or have your back or support you in that. Why did you think that? Girl, I'm glad I knew Ashley was gonna do something, and here we are. Okay.
that's why I talked to Nneka about it.
Very convenient.
I will say, you're asking about what
This
it means.
BITCH says it wasn't to disparage you. We would have had to take a break. Andy, I need a piss break. I ain't even got to pee. Okay, give me a smoke break. I don't even smoke. But I'm finna smoke this in just a second. Okay, because this lady sitting next to me Then sat up here and said that it was not meant to disparage me, but you just sat up here and admitted subtly, but I know what the hell you mean, that twice the production company came to you to bring up something negative about me, and BITCH, you have the audacity and the skunk-cassity to sit your ass next to me and say that it was never meant to disparage me. Are you okay, bitch? We would have had to take a break. But one thing about it, see, that's me. Because, see, Dr. Wendy, we different. Dr. Wendy has the poise and the class. She can sit amongst you silly hoes. Okay? And she does so much in political commentating. All right? And she can have control of herself. But I would have needed to take a quick break. For sure. I would need it to. Because I just, you don't do that. You don't do that, ma'am.
No. Truthfully speaking, I don't believe that any of us here are competent enough to really speak about it appropriately.
Why would Nigerians not be comfortable or be in a position to actually speak on it? I feel like you're trying to piggyback off of what Wendy said, and maybe I'm tripping. I think that was the order of events when Wendy collected the girls, especially Miss Karen Hugh, okay, Grand Drunk Dom, okay, when she said we don't have the range, when she tried to say that we did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we're the ones of Bravo that have the range to talk about this. And Miss Wendy had to collect her. So I feel like in this moment, you're trying to piggyback off of Wendy. Because why would y'all not have the range to talk about it? It's one thing for y'all to not have the range to discuss it. But then it's another thing for it to be that horrible of a situation or taboo or whatever y'all say about it, that y'all don't want to discuss it. You see what I'm saying? See, her husband hit her ass with that layup and fixed the situation. Like, no, we don't even discuss that is horrible. Okay, so we get it. Thank you, sir, for chiming in when you needed to. But which one is it? Do y'all not have the range? You should have the range. Y'all know what it means. Y'all know how to explain it. Hell, we know how to explain devils, witches, all of that. Because did you call her mama a witch? Did you bring up a shrine? You felt very good in speaking on that. You had the range to say those things, remember? Right? So now all of a sudden you ain't got the range to speak on Osu? Oh, okay. All right then. Well, let's keep going.
So when asking what the definition is, I don't even feel comfortable really divulging much. Is this a bad thing?
Gizelle. I would have, let me take 5. Let me get 5. I just did 5. Let me get a water break. Can y'all bring out the water, please? Because you, okay, girl, let me just cool down because you really, triple neck G, you really got me, ma'am. You really got me, triple neck G. You really did. For you to sit over there, and what's killing me is the amount of rolls in your neck, and you acting like it's so hard for you to turn your neck. Like, I barely see you do this. You got to turn your whole body. Is it a bad thing? Like, let me not even get on that late, because you know that's not nice. I'm not her age. I don't know what kind of issues I'm going to deal with when my time comes. So let me just scale it back, scoot back just a little bit. It's just a show. Scoot back. So let me scoot back. But let me tell you something, ma'am. A triple neck G. When you asked, is this a bad thing? I kind of feel like that was so, I feel condescending, disrespectful, stupid mostly, because you literally had a conversation with Jamal Bryant. You had a whole conversation with Jamal Bryant about what was being said, what was happening, and you understand it to be quote unquote evil. So why would you then turn around and say, is that a bad thing? Did you just wanted to have something to say? You didn't have to, like, we didn't need you there. That's the part y'all should have edited out. We didn't need her there. Is that a bad thing? Duh. Didn't Jamal tell you that it was so evil? We don't discuss those things. We don't do this. We don't do that. So why are you asking now?
About it. There's no reason it should be talked about on this platform. And honestly, Ashley, I don't want to hear anything else. Because if you knew how taboo it is, you would not say anything else, and you would just eat it and say, I'm sorry, and move on. And I have. What I will not follow the sword for is what followed subsequently.
Nneka has apologized for referring to your mom as a witch. What else do you need from her to move on?
I don't need shit from them. We can agree to coexist and move forward. Just take accountability and move forward.
You're the one that can't take accountability. I've apologized for the items that Eboni just stated. I was very excited and happy to be with another Nigerian. This is the first time on any Housewives franchise that 2 Nigerians equal were on the same page. And she's attacked me in several different forms Instead of phone calls,
How did this lady attack you?
Lies about the Osu. Osu had nothing to do with me. All season long, she had no energy for Ashley. Never confronted Ashley about the Osu thing. She was trying to ice me out of this group, trying to ice me out in front of the whole world.
Do y'all think that you'll ever...
One, I don't think she tried to ice you out from the group at all. I don't. Now, I'm trying to see. Did she not confront Ashley? I don't think she had time to really get in Ashley's ass. Right? This is the interesting thing. Ashley allowed enough time to go by for the Osu conversation to swarm around the group. And then she brought it to Wendy and apologized to her. So I think that could be why Wendy never really like gave Ashley the complete business like she could have, right? In addition to Wendy still thinking that Ashley is just being a friend to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that I would never have to question your friendship, all of this other shit, whatever the case is. And now, as Wendy sits back and watches the show and sees how things play out, she sees that that was never on her side. Okay, so now she's able to collect Ashley and get her ass together.
Because y'all are...
So then, what's the next thing I wanted to get to? Kiana and Candiace discussed the altercation of what happened.
In a
Let's
very
get to
unfortunate
this.
turn of events, an altercation erupted at the GNA event a few minutes after our cameras went down. Kiana, what was the sequence of events that led to your injury?
Sure. Essentially, I was there really just trying to de-escalate the situation. And Deborah clearly came with the intent to have this moment. I don't know Deborah. Never seen Deborah before. Essentially, Wendy's really the one trying to de-escalate it initially at first, not me. But what happens is maybe she couldn't see her proximity was actually in my space. So
thank you, Cassandra, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't think I
Candiace is
said
sexy
that.
dancing over here on the other side of the stage, and she's in my personal space.
Okay.
So clearly, at that moment, I do feel this is escalating. The behavior was direct and it was aggressive. So yeah.
The incident was caught by bystanders and ended up on TMZ. So although we didn't show the altercation,
It's awful.
many people have seen it.
It's awful.
In the footage, you can be seen throwing punches after Deborah throws you. What was going on at that moment?
I mean, at that moment, I was assaulted. Someone hit me in the head with a glass. A deadly weapon split my face open. And so my first instinct was to defend myself in that moment.
When the cameras went down leading up to the fight, Candiace, had you been calling Deborah names that evening and then she confronted you, or was it more out of nowhere?
It was out of nowhere. We're all kind of celebrating, happy, eating shrimp, talking. And she comes from this way over and gets right in my face and says, do you have something you want to say to me? And then you saw what happened from there. But when I was referring to her as help and whatever else I said, she's vermin, she's Oscar Grouch, all of which I meant, it was after she had gotten in my face and tried to engage in a moment.
Come on.
But I do have something to say.
Yes.
I will say Deborah was on a rampage that night because she did try to do the same thing that she did to Candiace, to me. She said, I'm only a 4, Mia. I'm only a 4.
I don't believe Mia, and I feel like when Deborah approached her, I feel like Deborah approached her on some lighthearted, I'm a 4, Mia, I'm a 4, am I a 4? Because whatever your comments were about her, it wasn't enough to, I guess, make her upset to really like confront you or whatever, right? Meanwhile, everybody was calling Deborah Cookie Monster. You mad at Candiace, but people was already putting names out there about you, Oscar the Grouch, before, okay, Candiace even said anything. They were already calling you out, but you chose to be mad at Candiace. You approached this lady wanting to have a conversation. She immediately turned away from you to avoid confrontation, and everybody pretty much sat on the stage and supported what she did. Y'all are insane.
Deborah, I like her, but she's like maybe 4.5.
We don't care about shit Mia ass talking about. Did they have Ashley explain? Yes, this is the part I want Ashley to explain.
You still put blame on Candiace for going too far with her mouth.
Candiace, again, this is the second time. Perhaps she goes too far. For some people, you hit too low.
Why do you feel that Candiace's mouth was an issue that night?
Because it's always Candiace's words play a factor.
Always my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. I'm not.
So since words play a factor, then it's a fact that Wendy should have monkey stomped your ass when you sat up there and brought up Osu. Right? I'm just asking. And since words play a factor, that means Robyn was 1000% right to come up into your restaurant and put her hands all up in your face, but she didn't take it far enough, which I wish she would have did, and slapped the piss out you for being all in her business or whatever the case is, since words play so much of a damn factor to you.
I am not attributing that horrendous incident to you. Your words could instigated it and made it more explosive.
No, it didn't. It did not. Not in my opinion. She approached that girl when she really got upset. What Deborah tried to say was that it was the vermin and all of that. That happened after the fact. But girl, it's been however long, and you've been called Cookie Monster, and then at some point you was over there even owning the name, and then now you're mad. Girl, get the fuck out of here. And you're still Cookie Monster. And what else is going on?
Going to do that, whether I said nothing or tried to beat her up.
I agree.
She came with the intention.
I don't think so, though. Because if she came at you and you believe she was already aggressive, saying, "Do you want to say anything to my face?" Do you think the comments exacerbated her anger?
The fact that here we are.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. They're trying to say that after this lady approached Candiace and Candiace responded, even calling her the help or whatever, they're saying because she said that, it was grounds for her to get aggressive. And then have the audacity to question why Candiace grabbed the bottle. Any motherfucker would have grabbed a bottle to defend himself. Did y'all not see Kiana defend herself by whipping that whole ass when she hit her in the face? Come on now.
And me using my words somehow trumps someone attempting to physically attack me.
They were so glad she got the fuck up off the show.
They played a part. No, they don't. They don't. She wanted a problem with me. Thank you.
What they're saying
Definitely
is
wanted a problem.
Well, I'm also a loaded gun.
I know, but with your words.
Yes.
Right. You're not gonna.
If I don't know what would have happened.
Okay.
What's killing me softly is them continuing to bring up Candiace's words as an excuse for assault taking place against her. But if Candiace would have walked across the couch and slapped the necks out of Gizelle, y'all would have said Candiace was wrong. But then at the same time, y'all just said earlier that words can affect situations. So if words can affect situations, then that means that when Gizelle put those lies out on Chris, Candiace should have slapped the fuck out of her. Candiace should have hit that with a bottle. Okay, I don't fight, I don't argue. I just hit that with a bottle. Then maybe that's what Candiace should have done, and it would have been justified, and y'all would have been okay. Based on y'all logic at this point, that's just what makes sense to me. But we all know, had Candiace did that, y'all would have made Candiace the problem. And I don't get how people don't see that. I don't know how people don't see that, and they always want to result and go back to saying her mouth. It's her mouth. It's her mouth. It's her mouth. What about Gizelle's mouth trying to put off on Monique, Dad? Hey, people, I'm frozen. Is we back? Can y'all, am I back? 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 Okay, so as I was saying, okay, what about when we talk about mouths? What about Gizelle sitting over there trying to put lies out on Monique and say that that baby was not Chris's? What about that? You feel what I'm saying? And ain't no telling what else. If words are a problem, then when Karen sat her ass over there and said that Gizelle was a whore from Hampton who went out to sing, and ain't no telling where else she went, hello, then what about that? Let me make sure I clean this screen. Then that means that Gizelle could have jumped over the couch or over the table and beat the shit out of Karen. Since we want to talk about mouths, you want to talk about mouths? Come on, Porsha, you want to talk about face? You want to talk about mouths? You want to talk about it? That doesn't make any sense. No, that doesn't. That doesn't make any sense. And since we're talking about mouths, and I love this so much, what about Nneka calling Wendy's mama a witch? Since we want to talk about words, right? And what about some words that ain't even that deep, right? When, what's his name? Nneka's husband was over there upset because Eddie never followed him on social media or whatever, or Eddie unfriended him. Then what if Eddie would have hauled off and punched the fuck out of him? Since we're talking about words, right? I'm just trying to see what's going on. See, we talk about words. Okay? I'm just saying. But y'all always justify it when it comes to her. And that's why I'm so glad she's pregnant. I'm so glad that she is not on this show. I'm so glad that they won't be able to stress her out during her pregnancy and monetize off of it, even though she would too get a portion of that monetization. So, you know, it is what it is. She don't know if she's going to return, though. She said that that is totally, you know, she'll just have to wait and see. I know Chris said that that was totally up to her and what it is that she chooses to do when it comes down to it. But I could see Candiace probably returning after like a 1 to 2 year break. I could see her kind of like coming back, getting adjusted to motherhood and stuff, and then returning back to the show. Now, at that time, do I see Gizelle no longer being on the show? No, I see her still being on the show.
Ashley,
And them being forced to work with each other in my personal, okay?
did you invite Deborah around to stir things up? It seemed like she only came around last season to drop bombs about people's husbands.
Everyone thinks that I invited Deborah to be messy. I did not invite Deborah to be messy.
Yes,
She
you
previously
did.
expressed to me that she wanted to clear the air with you and that she didn't know she would have the opportunity.
That was not fair.
Debbie said, are you talking to me?
There was a miscommunication. That's what she told me.
And you believe her?
Well, what else?
Ashley just told on herself. She said she did not invite the girl there for any confrontation or anything with Candiace, but then you confirmed that she said that she wanted to come to clear up anything with Candiace. When you already know that they're not in a good place. And then you try to sit up there and say that you don't know your friend to be violent. Really, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of what Ashley is talking about. I think she knew exactly what she was doing, bringing that girl to that show, to that event, just like she knew what she was doing when she brought her on this show. When they sat up in that house and we first got introduced to Deborah, what did we see? Deborah bringing up Candiace. The lady wasn't in the girl house a good 5 minutes before she brought up Candiace. So she's been wanting an issue with Candiace from the beginning. Brought up Candiace. Next thing you know, she's talking about Candiace's husband. Then she brings up Wendy's husband. Why you ain't saying that about Karen's husband? So it's clear that there was a conversation that was had to make those ladies the target. Like B.I.T., in the words of Lisa Ray, you knew.
Have to go on. I mean, a lot of time has passed. I don't know Deborah to be a violent person.
Well, she's violent.
And again, I didn't invite her to get under anybody's skin. She is was a close friend of mine. I want her to be there and celebrating the night. Well, I do want to say also,
Ashley, you so funny. You trying to disassociate yourself from that girl because you don't want to lose this check that you having to turn over to Michael every month.
sorry to Kiana. That was not something I wanted to happen at our event. So I'm sorry that you went through that.
Okay.
Truly.
What's killing me softly is the fact that you offered an apology to Kiana but never offered one to Candiace because of the actions of your bitch ass friend. That's what's killing me softly. So for a person that did not know that those were the intentions of Deborah, I feel like just off of the strength of you not knowing that she was going to come on that type of energy, you should have offered her an apology. And the fact that you did not offer her an apology is enough, not just enough, because we already know your kind, but that is enough for some people to know that you was on some hoe shit. And you already knew exactly what her intentions were with your fake ass. Baby, I can't wait till they really get somebody on this show that's truly going to match Ashley down. B.I.T., you need a bitch like Katie. Okay, I don't know if Katie is at a physical, mental place to truly be on Bravo at this time. I just don't think so. I don't think she needs to be on there right now. I think she might have some stuff she's continuing to work through. But you do need a BITCH like Katie that's going to be on your ass for sure. I love when Katie said, I'm sorry, are you stupid or are you just dumb? Baby, Kate, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that season for sure. Because Katie was wearing you out. Period.
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like Ashley is the queen of, the aftermath apologies when it comes to these situations.
Okay.
I accept that you are big enough to apologize. And that's what I
Why is it an
Anything
aftermath?
else you want to say before we let you go?
Now, with Kiana saying that she feels like Ashley is queen of aftermath apologies in situations like this, when she says that, being that she's only been on this show for this season, lets us know that she is indeed a fan. And she watches the show, and that's where she got that from. Now, I will say Kiana did not lie. The reason why I say that, and Ashley got the audacity to ask why is it aftermath. BITCH is aftermath because you waited, okay, until you and that skunk came down to the reunion to apologize. You already knew what happened. You didn't reach out to that lady the very next day to offer an apology. Do you know how much time it has been, BITCH, since the footage was leaked to the time that y'all filmed this whack-ass reunion? You have not reached out to her yet, and you have the audacity to sit up there and ask, oh, why is it aftermath? Why is aftermath? Like, what is that? Like, why does it have to be? You know what it is. I just don't like Ashley, y'all. I can't stand her. It's like, oh, I can't stand this lady. Lord knows I do not like Ashley. Queen of Aftermath Apologies. Yes, that is your new name. Okay?
and throw into the embers of yesteryear.
This is Andy asking for anybody to take on any accountability.
Maybe a hug, anybody?
Candiace and Robyn, anything?
I don't have any anger. When you had a friendship that we had and you go through something like this, it doesn't just heal itself in one day or in one sitting. But I have no animosity, no hatred, none of that.
I can say the same.
That's what you say. You ain't got no animosity and no hatred, because that's exactly how you move throughout this entire season. Now, you may not have moved with hatred, but you definitely had some animosity. And if we being real, Miss Robyn, you had animosity all the way back last season when you decided to play that audio with that lady talking that any of y'all could have went and listened to on your own. You tried to incite a mob against her. So you've been moving with some type of animosity. And Candiace should have been let your ass have it a long time ago. Okay, but I appreciate Candiace pretty much responded to her and letting her know, like, I'm good. You know, I've already, you know, talked to her, apologized, whatever it is I need to do. So we gonna move forward. You said we not friends. I'm accepting that. So if it was any part of us, you know, being back how we were, it's on you. I love that Candiace said that.
I continuously throughout the season have taken accountability for everything that I've done and said. I left everything at the table that day when she and I met, and I was ready to move forward and put my own issues to the side to just see what the interaction would be. And that's still where I am.
Andy, you know, my comment to Nneka still remains, which is, what have I done to you? I met with you, said, you know what, we can coexist, we can move forward. And you did both apologize to each other. And I apologized earlier for the crackhead comment.
Now, I will be honest and say, one, Wendy, you should have never said anything about a crackhead. You was out of line, okay? As professional as you are, you should have known better. Two, the apology that you did give for the crackhead was very dismissive, in my opinion. It wasn't like oh, I apologize. Like, it wasn't like a actual apology. It was like, oh, sorry about the crackhead comment. What else is going on? So I don't think that was cool, but that's just me.
You know, but I said, what I think that I have, from the bottom of my coochie, I have tried.
To do what? You move forward because you acknowledge things. You acknowledge it.
BITCH, you would be one to sit up there and talk about somebody not acknowledging some things. That's what's killing me softly, okay? Acknowledge what? You wouldn't even, or whatever she says, you wouldn't even acknowledge it. No, you won't acknowledge what it is that you did, okay? I'm glad this show is over. I'm glad that it is indeed a motherfucking wrap. What else I want to talk about? Andy pretty much talks about the departures of Robyn and Candiace. So let's see what he says.
You have heard the news. I'm very upset that Robyn Dixon is leaving the Housewives of Potomac. Yeah, she announced it this morning. She announced.
You right,
she was let go.
You was right, bitch.
I so respect Robyn for truth bombing. You know, listen, anyone can say whatever they want when they leave the Housewives, and I just love it that that's what she said. She was like, look, I'm going to be straight with you. Candiace is also leaving the show, and I have to say both of them have contributed mightily to the show. Robyn Dixon, who has been there since day one and has opened up a unconventional family life, but one that really works for her.
Don't it work for her?
Is based on such a long history with she and Juan. I mean, they've known each other since high school. His parents passed. I mean, it's really an incredible. They are family, those two. However many people want to question that relationship, what is clear is they are actually family and will always be. So, anyway, wish both Candiace and Robyn well, and I do hope to see both of them back on our Potomac screens.
Andy said pretty much nothing about Candiace, but that the fact that she is leaving. I wonder what that was all about, because he damn sure didn't really expound upon anything, and definitely heavily focused on Miss Robyn. Okay, I don't know what that's about. It is what it is. I thought I had a clip of Miss Nneka sitting over here talking about something dealing with her dealing with the show. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see what the hell Nneka was over here talking about. Do I have that? Here it is.
Months ago to sit on.
Why am I clicking on that shit?
The girls are gonna turn on you the
the way, you know, they turned on Wendy and Candiace.
So the headline says, Nneka on People saying the ladies will turn on her if the group has the range to discuss colorism, Candiace's departure, if she's returning next season, meeting Nicki Minaj for the first time, and the advice she was given. So this is just a quick little 4 minutes.
They're using you to push them out, and then eventually they're going to turn on you, and then it's going to be an I told you so, or I should have listened moment, is what the streets are saying.
Listen, I am an honest person. If anything happens, I will get on Twitter, on Instagram, like, hey, y'all told me. I wasn't listening, my bad, peoples. I would do that. I don't know, because I can't predict the future, and I'm not them.
Right.
But right now, they cool peoples, we have a good time together, and I trust them as friends. So if there's hiccups in our friendships that are regular hiccups, then we'll keep moving. But if there's intentional things, then we'll have to reevaluate.
Do you think the group has the range to discuss colorism? That was a comment that was made during the reunion. As far as, you know, I don't think this group has the range to discuss that topic. You know, was a comment that was made. Would you agree?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know, because I haven't had those type of conversations with the ladies, so I don't know what their mental abilities are. I do know for a fact some of them can, right? Because they're used to having these conversations on the regular.
Thanks for the super chat, Brittany. Bravo sick. And Kandi left, especially because she's preggo now. Okay? Period. Thank you for the super chat.
Who are the ones you think that can?
I know for sure. I think obviously Wendy can. I know Candiace can. I do believe Karen can. And Karen can probably do it in a different way because she's older than us and she's experienced it at different levels in her life, in different settings. I think Robyn can for sure because she's experienced a lot of colorism in her life, and she's, you know, talked about it during filming where a lot of people hated her because she was light skinned, right? And, you know, mistreated her to where she actually didn't want to have light skinned kids. Like, she used to pray that she would have dark skinned children because of the way that she was treated. So I know that she can talk about it.
Really? That's interesting. You sure you wasn't listening to Candiace interview when she said that she want dark skinned kids and she ain't want no light ones, even though her ass pregnant for the head is a very much so light bright ass baby or twins? Hello? Interesting.
I think I haven't had those conversations with Ashley, so I don't know what her range is, but Ashley's also somebody who will sit down and learn and listen.
Okay, fair.
Okay, because she won't offer a goddamn thing to the conversation. She will learn and she will listen because that is what she does on a daily. Do you hear what I say? Okay? Stay in your place.
Are you returning next season? I think that you are. I saw what do you call it? A poster where it says you're returning. Has that been confirmed?
I think, you know, now is the time that they kind of get all these things together, and I think announcements will be made and decisions will be made soon.
Do you know if you're returning?
We don't know these things. Isn't that crazy?
Are you sure?
What do you mean, am I sure?
Like, or is that like the political thing to say until there's like an
I
announcement?
think everyone in the Housewives world knows that, like, after the reunion is when deliberations and stuff.
Yeah. So we've heard, or at least it's been said, that Candiace isn't returning and Robyn isn't returning. Can you speak to that?
I know that Candiace doesn't want to come back. And she's made the decision to pursue other things in her life than, you know, her music. She's an actress as well. And I know she has 6 embryos in the freezer, so she's not going to pop them things in too. So, you know, she's taking a quick break. And so that's an announcement that she made.
Yeah. Okay, we saw you guys at Gag City with Nicki Minaj, and we saw you.
Poor Nneka. She sat during this interview and didn't even notice she was fired. You're done. That's not nice. That's sad. But your man is a doctor. You're an attorney. Your daddy is rich, bitch. Ain't that's what you said? So you'll be just fine. And I'm sure they're going to try and figure out another place for you.
Robyn, Gizelle. Am I making up seeing Charisse?
Shasha was there.
Okay, Charisse was there.
Shasha's always down for a good time. She's not going to miss a good time.
And there was another lady.
Ashley.
No, not Ashley. Well, Ashley was there, but then there was another lady.
Jules. That's one of Ashley's friends.
Okay, so is this what the cast is looking like? Or was this a girls' night situation?
Well, Mia was supposed to have come with us, but Mia was recovering, so Ashley...
Mia recovering? What the hell Mia recovering from?
So I don't know if this is what the cast is going to look like.
Were you guys filming?
No.
For that? No?
Because we want to have the time.
Oh, so how did that come about? Was it just a, hey, we're going to the Nikki show?
Talk.
Okay.
Like, we have a group chat, we talk, and we spend time with each other, we do things, we communicate. So Nikki's in town, who's down? Yeah. We all wanted to go, so we went.
Was that your first time meeting Nikki?
It was. Yeah. I just have to give a shout out to Nikki. She's a very sweet woman.
Yeah.
She is a very sweet woman, and she has great advice, and she's a girl's girl, and she put on a great show, first of all. Yeah. She was giving looks, she was giving body, the vocals were there, the raps she was spitting. I had a good time with Nikki.
What advice did she give you?
Oh, my fertility.
Okay.
She gave me advice on my fertility, and she was like, don't stress. I'm like, Nikki, I'm a stress.
Of course I'm stressing.
Nikki, I'm stressing right now. I'm talking to you, girl. No, but she gave me good advice. She's like, it will happen naturally at the right time. Because you may want it now, and you might be impatient, but it may not be the right time for you. You have to wait for the right time.
I think she was right on that.
So the streets are...
as far as that advice was concerned, I think she was right on that. I don't really got a whole lot to say about nothing for with this interview or whatever she decided to have this sit down about. The girls are definitely going to turn on you should you stick around. Now they'll be friends with you much longer, considering the fact that y'all are not on the show and there's not a job they have to do. But if there's a job that they have to do and it's either you or them, it's definitely going to be you. All right, understand that. And I know that I appreciate your answer of you saying that you don't know, you know, how it's going to play out, you know, basically you'll cross that bridge when it comes. But I feel like these past 8 seasons is enough history, flashback, and see how it plays out for you to know exactly how they not gonna show up for y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Like that they will play you at the drop of a dime, and your husband would definitely be up for this. What is this thing doing? For display. So let's see. What is this? No, ma'am. Girl, no, y'all done pull this lady stuff up like this. No, y'all did not pull this lady stuff up like this, talking about she's suspended from the DC bar. Now, girl, this, I'm going to say allegedly, because this paperwork here could have been edited, but it is a giving with the name Nneka. And I'm not going to try and butcher your last name. Please forgive me. But ma'am, is this why? See, first of all, y'all digging in this lady records is only making it valid for her to try and return to the show. Because now it's going to be people want to know. So either y'all need to pick and choose, bitch. Either you want a Nneka or you don't. Either you're going to watch season 9 or you ain't. I need y'all to find out, okay? Don't worry about what I say. I'm talking about what y'all saying, okay? But not y'all to sat up here and said the lady member status is suspended. Not y'all saying she inactive. And Nneka, what did you do, baby? Now, granted, you are still, what do they say? You're still a lawyer. I think that's right, but you're not an attorney. And correct me now, y'all. Y'all attorneys now. Don't, when you get barred and stuff like that, you're an attorney. Because you could practice. But when you ain't got no bar and you ain't passed it or you got snatched up from it, then you just a lawyer, because you still can go work and make great money with some companies, okay? But the fact that you ain't passed it, girl, what's the going? Missy Nneka. Baby, 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 baby. I didn't know that you was lying. Yeah. Girl, I did not know that you was over here lying. I mean, when you did tell us that you was like, you got your law degree. That's what you did say. But they ain't tell me nothing about no suspended. Let me look this up over here on Twitter. Girl, what the hell is going on? Y'all don't know who don't dig in this lady records like this. Because y'all didn't have to do her like that. Do they have... Girl, y'all didn't have to do this. I'm over here sticking, girl. Child. Not they over here calling you a clown, ma'am. Oh, my God. My God, today. My God, today. Not you had bigger issues to worry about than you worrying about Wendy and you not being invited. Girl, it looked like your ass wasn't invited to come back for the bar either. Okay? And well, I ain't gonna say you weren't invited, but it was a more so you over here tripping off of Wendy because she did not bring you along. You know what I'm saying? Onto the show. You feel me? And it looks like they not bringing you along into another year of being barred with the DC bar is what it's giving, ma'am. So it's looking like this happened in 2021 is what I'm trying to understand, because if that's the case, then that is why you've heavily been trying to get on the show. And Nneka, come down and tell me these people lying on you, because I don't like that. I don't like that. I do not, girl. Girl, let me see. I'm about to put a Nneka suspended. Oh, shit. Let's see. Worry about Nneka suspended lawyer license and not Wendy, the person says. Stop projecting your jealousy of Wendy on Wendy. Wendy is much more accomplished than Nneka. Her marriage is much more stable and her uterus... Baby, you're wrong. I'm not even gonna read that part because you're wrong for that. You're wrong. I'm not gonna even... Let me scroll. Let me scroll. Girl, not they sitting up here chewing you a Nneka. Why you sat up there and lied? And Nneka, why you sat up there and lied and had us thinking that you was, girl, that's terrible. They finna wear you out for the next, y'all finna have me feeling bad for this lady. Like, they finna wear you out for the rest of the week. Now I do want to know why y'all over there digging, girl. Like, why she had got suspended. What she did. What that lady had did for her to get suspended. You know, maybe it was a situation of, maybe you got to maintain your certification or something every so many years, and maybe she just ain't had a time to do it, and because she didn't do it, maybe she was suspended because of that. You know what I'm saying? Girl, that is some news to me, honey. That is some news to me, girl. Girl, they finna start calling you a fraud. I hate it for you, Miss Nneka, girl. Go protect your peace like Miss Candiace, okay? That's all that I got at this particular time. These comments. Ooh, shit. These comments. Not me, it went and got some more lipo. Oh, Lord, today. Maybe they should have gave Nneka another season. Because this would have been brought up. They was going to talk about her husband not moving from, or at least not stopping from being a travel doctor when he could just stay at one spot. Gizelle would have ate that. She was going to eat that, baby. She was going to eat that. For sure. She was going to eat that and bring up the fact that your husband was cheating. Y'all friendship would have been over season 9. But unfortunately, yours was over season 8. And don't be calling me like that, girl. So yeah. So now that your season is over, season 8, you guys can maintain whatever friendship you do have. Whew, well, that's all I got, y'all. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Make sure that you are supporting the channel by liking up the video, all of that. I am Jami, that's me. Real